Elle here. How are you doing this Saturday morning? I hope you're doing well. Please say hello as you arrive, even if you're watching replay. It's always good for me not to be alone. So here in France, it's kind of funny because we live a fairly quiet life anyway. And so we're not noticing huge differences, even though we are in lockdown here. We're very lucky that the weather is beautiful right now, and we have a big piece of land around us. So even though going out, we are allowed out, but we have to have a piece of paper that comes from the French government to go out. We can go out for emergency shopping. Well, not emergency shopping, we can go out for necessary shopping, and we can go out for a walk, but we do need to have a piece of paper on us. So, but we're lucky that we have this beautiful garden. So welcome to those of you who are joining. It's nice to see you here. So what I'd like to just explore with you today is how healing businesses can not only survive but thrive. So, as you know, I work with nature, and one of the things that nature teaches us that is she is in constant change, and she's also she's always adapting to what's going on around her. She follows the sun, she follows the moon, the sap rises and falls at different times. It's in constant change. So sometimes we can get our businesses set up, and then we find we need to change, and it all becomes scary because we don't know where we're going. So with so much fear around right now, I want to just hold space for us all here to truly, truly, truly take a deep breath. And we've heard for so long now that the world has been waiting for people, women and men too, who teach more divine feminine types of healing. It's our time to truly be who we are right now. The time has come when the world needs us more than ever before. So I want to talk to you about, good morning Chilla, nice to see you here. So what I want to really raise energy with you right now is how it's really so not a time to go into hiding right now. We always worry as business owners about selling, and am I going to be seen as selling because I'm doing this thing and talking and marketing right now. And I understand that, but what I want you to really, the place I really love you to go to is not even going there, just being of service right now. So how can you use what you do? And I'm going to talk into 3 different types of businesses in a second, but just to put the seed into you, how can you be of service right now with what you do? Don't stop. Please don't stop being a healer. Please don't stop sharing your gifts. You can't stop being a healer because you are a healer. Even if the economy does a deep, deep dive and everything stops, you're still going to be a healer at the end of it. So, and you can still share. We just need to find creative ways to do it. So, please don't stop. Find ways. Step into your leadership, step into your sovereignty, and be creative. Now, creativity often happens and gets inspired in communities. So this community is a safe place for you to come because it's made up of people who understand what healing is, who run heart-centered businesses and wish to be held. So let's talk about 3 different types of business, and I invite you to find out which one you feel that you are in. So the first type of business is most likely what therapists or healers or exercise class, yoga teachers, Pilates teachers might find themselves in. So if you have face-to-face consultations, maybe you're a reflexologist or an aromatherapist, or most of us who've come out of natural healing type schools then go on to do things face to face. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way of doing things, of course, because the energy is different. So if you do that, you're going to find yourself right now in a challenging situation, because here in many countries in Europe that is no longer possible. I believe in the UK things are still going on a little bit, but I think that's going to stop too. So we're being asked to do things differently right now, so to set up different structures. So if you find yourself in that place, just let me know if you are here, whether you're watching live or via the replay. The only way that you can continue to share your gifts is via taking it online. Now I can hear you saying here, but Sarah, I can't do reflexology online, and I can't do massage online, and I can't do my crystal healing online, and I can't see people for hands-on therapies online. Now I absolutely get that. So this is where you need to invite the consultation online the other day, where the person I was working with and I quite intuitively worked with acupuncture points. Now, I'm not an acupuncturist and that's not what I do, but I do work with flower essences on acupuncture points. And together we worked with the acupuncture points that were coming up through the flower essences, and it worked beautifully. So there's an example of something that would normally be, you need to be face to face with someone and you need a physical thing like a flower essence, but we called in the energy and held the points, and it opened up the pathways for us. It was different, but it worked. So I'm asking you, how can you continue to support your clients? The first way would be to talk to them. If you are a therapist who sees people and you no longer can, I would get on the phone with them. If you are an online user, get something like Zoom and get talking to them. Find out how you can still continue to support them, because the fear aspect will be very, very up right now. So taking your business online right now, what mini courses could you run? What free content could you run for people who fall into the category of the people that you serve? So it's time right now absolutely to own all your gifts, to go into your sovereignty, and to really, and this is one of the things that I teach in my Empowered Healer programs, and I run free training courses. I'll pop you can watch the replay of a webinar that I ran a couple of weeks ago. I'll pop the link up here when I receive it, after we finished. In that training you can do a little bit of a dive with me, but around your unique gifts. In fact, there's some free training on this site. If you go up to the unit section on the left hand side on your computer, you actually find some free training around what your free gifts might be. So that's the place you want to go if you're normally offering face-to-face services and you can no longer do that. Please don't stop. Please don't go into doom and gloom. The word that they're using now is pivot, change. I would tend to use the word be creative and heal. If that's not working right now, just like if something's not working in me right now, what do? I find ways to talk to it, to interface it, so that I can move into different energy. It's exactly the same thing right now. How can you take what you've been offering face to face and offer it in an online way? So you can Zoom, which is what I use. There are free versions of Zoom. You don't need to go into huge expense. There are different ways that you can do this. I know some people use FaceTime as well. I'm not a FaceTime user. WhatsApp, all of those things, they're free. You can do these things. I actually For several months now, I've been part of an online Pilates class. Now, I didn't join, so that I didn't join because of the situation right now. I joined because we are so remote that I can't, that there wasn't a Pilates class anywhere near me at a time that I could go. And my Pilates class works beautifully online, beautifully. And I know some of my current empowered healers are also taking their yoga classes online. It's okay, it works, you know, you just need to look at it from a slightly different way. So good morning, Ashley. I'm seeing your comments here. So Ashling's saying, I put drops of essence in the palm of my hands and then send it energetically using either Reiki or integrated energy therapy. Absolutely. So Ashling, you're a wonderful, well, example, it's not really the right word, but it's the best one I've got right now, because you took part in the Flower Essence Diploma, which was online. So anybody, if you have taken part in an online course and you enjoyed the experience and gained greatly from it, you hold in your energy system the ability to pass this back on. So many of us here work with energy. If you are that, and I sense you might be if you're watching this, you can still do this. It will work very, very well. You're just going to have to get into contact with your clients, speak to them face to face, create the connection, get on the phone, talk to them and ask, how can I be of service for you? Okay, so that's the first type of business. If you're face to face, you need to find ways of going online. Now this is not, oh, I don't know how to do this and I can't. That's not you being of service. You need to be of service right now. You're needed. You need to pull out your tools and do whatever you need to do this. It's not really an option right now if you want to stand in your sovereignty. You need to go out there and seek the support to help you do it. So there's all sorts of energy-based business coaches now. I run energy-based healing courses. There are other people out there that do it too. So go and find an aligned person to help you. If I can help, just get in touch. So that's the first kind of business. The second kind of business is a business that's already online. So I'm quite lucky right now in that my business is like 98% already online. So if you are in that situation, phew, it's useful right now. However, so in the short term, a business like mine is kind of safe. However, many of my clients haven't got online businesses, and they may be facing drops in income. And so in the long term, a business that is online like mine needs to take great care, because in the future it might, if nothing is done, if I don't make changes and I don't carry on talking to my clients, if I don't do the things that I'm talking to you about, then my business could start to drop downwards. So one of my focuses now is to support those of you in communities like these, and to support people generally, but also the clients who are currently in my programs, is to help them find ways to take their businesses online and grow. So I'm going into an extra gear with those people to help them do that. So if you run an online business, you're going to need to focus more on the long term of how you can help your clients change what they're doing so that they can continue to be your clients. Yeah, so let me know which kind of business you have as you move into this. So first type, face-to-face only. Second type, already online. Third type, and the already online, but let me just say something else that's just popped in to be said. There are all sorts of types of membership sites right now. If you are somebody who has been doing face-to-face, it's super easy if you can step into your leadership and use your creativity and sovereignty to start recording small videos right now and create mini courses at mini prices. And that's the other thing that I really wanted to talk to you about, is that the importance of There's a lot of people now saying that we should be doing things for free because you know, people are in crisis. And yes, we can offer things for free, just like what I'm doing now. I'm being of service. My wish is to be of service with you. However, if you are going to stay a sustainable healer and stay in service, you're going to need to charge for it. We all deserve to have longevity built into our businesses. But it's more a way right now of just finding ways of offering what that client that you're talking to wants right now, and maybe offering very generous payment plans. So not reducing your price, but finding ways to make it easier for people to pay. So please don't give yourself away, healer. Please do not. It's going to be super, super easy for healers to give themselves away right now. Please don't do that, because it's not going to serve you, and it's not going to serve sovereignty, and it's not going to serve sustained leadership, because it'll end up with you going down as well. And the world needs you far too much for that. So please continue to charge. In the Empowered Healer courses, we do deep dives with the money side of things using sacred money archetypes. It's a fabulous, fabulous way. Okay, so online businesses. Do a deep dive. Another example of what I'm doing with my business right now with the online side is the Flower Essence Diploma that I run is mostly online. But what we have been doing is bringing people over to Bordeaux for weekends. Now, April, people had that, but they can come. So what we're actually doing with that is creating the weekends now virtually online. And I've been talking to the British Flower and Vibrational Essence Association about the possibility of bringing more and more and more of what was done during our weekends online. And the wonderful thing about that is that my business is already set up to be online, so I have all the technology, but also now we can create experiences using Zoom. On Zoom, you can have breakout rooms, you can actually have people going into different spaces, so you can have groups on Zoom. You can do all sorts of wonderful things. And we're looking at the possibility of taking that completely online. I'm not sure how possible it's going to be, because that is outside of my own leadership, my own sovereignty, because it depends on insurance companies and things. But start talking, start changing, start healing what isn't working. Okay, so the third type of business is any business like Zoom, for example, anything that's offering people a solution to the difficulties right now. So there are certain types of products and services right now that people really, really want. Zoom is that thing, because people are wanting to go online. All sorts of the technology side, Facebook advertising and all that kind of thing is probably having a big boom right now. You know, so there are certain kinds of things. Essential oils. If you sell essential oils, I suspect your sales are going up. If you sell flower essences, then you are in a great, great space, as long as the postal service keeps working. Here in France, the post offices are closed. But as I said at the beginning, and as Aisling said, we can still use our tools even if we can't physically post them. So the other kind of thing would be around nutritional supplementation. Now, I use a very high vibration nutritional supplementation and share it in aligned ways with people. And right now, that side of my business, which is not hugely visible because I only share it with aligned people, is growing right now because it's needed. And I would not be being of service if I didn't do that. So there are certain things that where you can not only survive but thrive right now. It's you moving out of that thing that you've been doing and starting to talk to people. So I think that is all I wanted to say. I'd love to hear your comments as to what you are taking away with you. So Aisling says, yes, it opened up a whole new way. Absolutely. And that's what you were looking for, wasn't it? When you came. I remember our conversation, one of the first things that we spoke about was that you wanted a community and you wanted to find new ways to do things. And I'm sure you have found a community now. But you've also got an online one, which is wonderful. Okay, so I'd love to hear your takeaways from this. So, all marketing is, and just really hear these words, all marketing is, it's not sleazy, it's not cheesy, it's not salesy, please don't go there. It's sharing what you love with the world. That's all it is. So, if you need to write that down, write it down. Heal that part of you that thinks that marketing is sleazy or cheesy or salesy and that people aren't going to like you as a healer. All it is sharing what you love and what's transformed your life with others. That's all it is. So let's do a little bit of healing around that right now. Let's just ask the energies that nudged me to turn up this morning and hold this webinar to literally start to peel away any energy around the patriarchal, masculine energies, car salesman energies that's around marketing. Think of all the amazing courses that you've done where you handed over money in exchange for learning. Those people marketed to get you there. They gave you a flyer or a brochure, or you found them online. And if they hadn't done that, you would never have found them and your life would not have changed. That's all marketing is. Share what you love, and very importantly, make sure that the person who finds your sharing can then contact you if they wish to. Okay, so please let me know your takeaways. What shifted in you as you have watched this? I'd love to hear. This is time for us to share and share in big ways. And the more you share, the more it will open up in others. So I wish you a safe and graceful weekend. Take care of yourselves. I will check back in later and look at your comments. Please keep sharing. Please don't hide. Turn up, show up, share your gifts. There's people out there that need you. And unless you stand up and share it, they can't find you. Okay, many blessings to you. Bye-bye.